G'day, Josh here with Chess Rush and a brand new balance patch. This did arrive yesterday, so I want to dive in and take a quick look at exactly what's changed, what has been buffed and what has been nerfed, and maybe how that affects the meta, although I don't think anything has been significantly enough change that it will actually have a massive impact on the game at the present state in time. But I do think that there's been some nice slight adjustments to some things that were maybe a little bit too strong. So firstly, Nezha has been slightly nerfed. Ability damage has been decreased, not a massive amount, but enough that he's not, well, he still probably is one of the most broken legendaries, but he's not incredibly OP anymore. He's just had that top edge taken off just a little bit. Same thing with Sanzang. Not significant nerfing, but just a little bit. You can see that both the magic damage and the percentage chance to clear opponent's mana have both been slightly decreased. The most significant is probably the 3-star version. No longer has a 100% chance of wiping all enemies' current mana. It now has an 80% chance, or a 4 out of 5 chance. Lancelot had a very marginal increase to the damage that he deals. Dimension Walker also had a slight increase. That's a little bit of a buff to Punishers, because they're both Punishers, of course. It's worth noting that the way that Dimension Walker's ability works is essentially he has a chance, and you can see the percentage chance there, to double the attack of any other Punisher. So if Lancelot has an auto attack, it's only on auto attacks. Lancelot fires off an auto attack, and let's say it's a 2-star Dimension Walker, he'll now have a 75% chance of essentially matching or mirroring that, but that will also be affected by any items that are on the Dimension Walker. So if that does proc and Dimension Walker also has a great sword, then it will actually deal more damage. So if you are going a full Punisher build, it's definitely worth stacking items on your Dimension Walker for sure. The ultimate weapon, or Joey as we know her, she's also had a slight nerf, not a significant amount, but just the overall damage she does with her ability is slightly less now. And here's the combo adjustment. So that's it for the individual heroes. Eastern, 2 Easterns are actually a little bit better, because they actually proc now with 50% of their HP left, as opposed to 40%, and there were no other changes. The amount of time that it lasts for is still 2 seconds, and the decrease in damage is still 80%. So 2 Easterns, a little bit better, but pretty much virtually the same. It's not a big difference going from a HP dropping below 40% to increasing that to 50%. Then we get down to 4 Easterns, and this is where the nerf starts to take effect. So that used to be a 3-second effect to the duration of that ability. Now it is 2 seconds, and the decrease in damage has dropped from 100% to 90%. It is worth noting, though, that it does proc slightly earlier as well when their HP is down to 55%, but the overall net effect there is a slight nerf, and it's the same thing with 6 Easterns. Once again, it's dropped the duration from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. It's also dropped from 100% damage decrease to 90%, but it does once again proc at a slightly higher HP. 60% or less is when it will proc, and it's worth noting that I think the way it used to work is just all allies receive that. Now it will only be 45% damage decrease for other allies that are not Easterns when you have 6 Easterns on the board. Then Punishers. Fix the bug regarding the speed of Punisher's double strike, greatly increasing their double strike speed. So I wasn't aware personally of a bug with the Punishers, but I did feel like they were still underpowered, which was a little bit surprising. So this might make them more relevant in the meta again. I remember when Season 4 first dropped, I thought that like a 4 Punisher, 4 Demon, 3 Assassin build would be very, very strong. That wasn't really the case, but it might be more viable now, which is exciting. And then Demons, they've all had a slight buff, which is fantastic. So 1 Demon used to provide 30% of a 30% attack damage, essentially, of a bonus there. Now it's 45%, so obviously a 15% increase. 4 Demons, now the splash damage goes up to 60%. and then 6 demons, the increase is up to 75% where it was 50%. So nothing drastic there, but some very nice percentage increases across the board. So that is basically it for the announcement there. But I think it is worth noting, I do want to actually jump in here as we jump into Discord. Tofu did actually drop something which I'm not sure that we've seen before. It is this here. Let me see if I can rotate that. There we go. So zoom in a little bit there. Essentially, it's a damage chart. Damage got updated at the start of season 4, so it wasn't with the most recent balance patch. But obviously, the summons no longer deal damage. Here is an actual breakdown of what the damage output at the end of a round is, depending on the cost of a hero and the star rating of a hero, and then bonus damage once you've exceeded a certain round in the game. So that's really nice to have that info there. So if you are curious, make sure to check out the official Discord. That is pinned in the tips and strategies channel. Let me know in the comments down below the thing that you enjoy most out of this balance change. And maybe the thing that you wish that they hadn't done. Maybe you're a massive fan of Easterns and didn't wish that they got that nerf. So definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for checking out this video. And until next time, I'll see you later.